The English livestream for the Cookie Run Tower Adventure side was released, and now we have all the information that we know about this update and the update coming in March. So if you want to know everything that's coming so you can prepare yourself, keep watching until the end of the video. We do get to see a little bit of the new story map. That's going to be Chapter 13. Chapter 13 is going to be the next new story mode chapter that's going to release within, they said, 2 weeks. It's going to be early February. Something that everyone wants to see, of course, is Frost Rock Cookie. So here's his model. I don't want to show his full details in kit quite yet because there's something later on that as a guide maker kind of basically ruined me. But it's fine. I know how to make content for other stuff, but still, like, my easy guaranteed content might go down the hill from now on. This is also one of the few times that they actually shows the artifact numbers, and it's not in Korean. They actually showed the game in English for English livestream. Why am I so excited about this? Because I get to do my no buff challenge again. They did say they were going to make it easier, so maybe I could do some extra stuff with this. But if you're interested in watching that type of content, then, you know, you could just stick around and wait till I post it, because I really love this game mode, and I think it's quite literally the perfect game mode in the game so far. We actually don't get any gameplay for the new Candy Hockey game mode, but essentially, yeah, it's just hockey. What do you expect? Again, it still has the snowball mechanics. You got to score and all that. This, like, the field is ice. You get to see a little bit more on the roadmap stream, but yeah, they don't really show any gameplay for this game mode. There is going to be a new gacha system introduced, which should be fully free to play. It's going to be basically a gachapon, which 5 capsules would come out if you do a 5 pull, right? These tokens apparently are going to be obtained through Champions Raid, which is all we know about one way or another. So I'm guessing you can either purchase these with medals or they're going to be part of the season rewards. But it's essentially just a free-to-play collectible gacha. Think of it as like the stickers from Oven Break, right? So it's just figurines of like bosses and enemies that we know. There's also going to be different rarities for each one. As of right now, they do nothing special. They don't like give buffs to like your overall cookies. They're not like they're not like the mine in Kingdom, right? You just, yeah, it's just there as collectibles. It's still really cool as a statue figurine thing, and it's a, I think, really cool gacha to have a tiny bit of dopamine, but still have some value to it. As you can see, you still do get 2 fortune cookies. I presumably think they are legendary ones as well. Who knows? This is what I'm worried about. They've added recommended presets. Most gacha games do this nowadays, and I don't think it really affected guide makers as much. But in Toa, that's a different story, because depending on how genuinely good and how well the suggestions are, I think I'm cooked. I think I'm genuinely just cooked, dude. Like, they basically just stole my job. But yeah, as you can see, you get a lot of like loadout preset recommendations, what you should equip, even the stats, like the substats, what pieces, right? It even shows you the percentage of how many of the players actually use that set, and it doesn't give you reasons why or why you would use other ones for certain scenarios. So I'm still good on that, but it's still a little iffy. You also get an auto reroll system for the scrolls, so now you don't have to like click one by one. You can now select what rarity you want it to be. For the substats, you can have like heal and crit damage, defense damage reduction, defense penetration, shield. You can pick your 2 or how many you want, and then whatever the 2 combinations that you get out of all the ones you chose, it will just keep re-rolling until you get either a super epic attack crit damage, super epic crit rate attack. Whatever you want, it will just keep re-rolling until you get it or until you run out of scrolls. But overall, it's a really good system and much better than it was before. A small little quality of life change, now they've added debuffs and buff icons when you're actually playing a match, so now you have a life timer for certain effects, such as Chamomile's buff, Frostrock's buff, even debuffs are on the enemies, and the tag was moved to the side of like the boss mark, so now it's a little easier to like tailgate when your buff is running out, you know, for certain rotations and different things like that, which will help for guild and things such. Now, coming in the next update is gonna be Honey Bear. Honey Bear isn't coming this patch, but it's coming in the March patch. Alongside the March patch, we're also gonna get 2 Valentine skins, one for Alchemist and one for Karabi, and another cookie, which is going to be a Dark Tagger. Honey Bear is a support from all we know, but we have no details on Honey Bear, so we'll have to wait for that. Same with the Dark Tagger cookie. All we know, it's going to be a unique cookie that hasn't been in any other of the Cookie Run IP games. They're letting us know some of these details in advance because they don't want players to complain about, Alchemist got a costume I didn't know, then this new Dark Tagger, which will obviously power creep Alchemist. They don't really want you to feel bad. As well as the next update in March, including Honey Bear and the Dark Tagger and the costumes, will also be getting the PvP raid mode, which was something that was slightly sneak peek during the roadmap live stream, but essentially it's gonna be PvP. No, it's gonna be PvEP. It's gonna be PvEVPV, or I don't know. You got what I mean. So essentially, it's gonna be player versus survivor versus player. So it's 2 players against 1 boss. Whoever deals the most damage at the end of the match will win that round. Of course, this is going to be really rough to see how much of a damage check and paywall this is going to be and how well matchmaking and promos, maybe there'll be bans of picks. We don't know yet. We have to wait for details on that. Besides that, that will be all for this live stream condensed recap video, I guess. So if you want to definitely prepare for Frostrock, who's coming in about a week and a half to 2 weeks, and Honey Bear, who's also going to be another Earth Cookie, you want to prepare your Dark Ascensionite mines for the next Dark Tagger. We have so much information and we have so much time to prepare, so don't stress about it. With all that in mind, as always, thank you for your time and ciao.